My life seemed perfect from the outside. A beautiful home, a loving family, a husband who worked hard to provide. But inside, things were falling apart. For years now, Thomas and I have drifted apart. The connection we once had is gone. He's always busy, lost in his own world. And I've been left behind. Life felt like a routine. Get up, cook, work, take care of Leo. But nothing ever seemed to change. The house was full of noise, yet it felt empty. Empty of love. Empty of anything that made me feel seen. I tried to fill that space with distractions, but it wasn't enough. And then there was Mark, Thomas's best friend. He was always around, helping with the house, checking on things. But lately I began to notice him more. There was something about him, something that pulled me in. Mark wasn't like Thomas. He was full of life. So easygoing, so free, something I hadn't felt in years. He made me feel alive. Not just seen, but understood. I didn't want to feel this way, but the more time I spent around him, the more I couldn't ignore it. We started talking more. At first it was harmless, gardening, small talk. But there was an unspoken connection, something that simmered underneath the surface. Every time he smiled, every time his eyes met mine, I felt a pull I couldn't explain. I told myself it was nothing. But deep down I knew it wasn't. He was here again, and this time something was different. My heart raced just hearing his voice. He wasn't just Thomas's friend anymore. He was someone I couldn't stop thinking about.
You look like you could use a break. Need help with that?
I'm fine, really.
Our hands brushed again, and this time, neither of us pulled away immediately. The moment hung between us, suspended in time. I knew it wasn't right, but I couldn't ignore it. The way his eyes lingered, the warmth of his touch, it made me feel something I hadn't felt in so long. Alive. Wanted. I tried to push it all away. I was married, I had a family, but the thoughts wouldn't stop. Mark, his smile, his voice, it haunted me. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw him. It felt wrong, but it also felt right. Like something I had been missing for years. I was torn. This time it was different. The silence between us was thick with something unsaid, something dangerous. I could feel my heart racing, my breath shallow. I knew what was happening, but I couldn't stop it. I didn't want to.
You don't have to pretend with me, Emelie.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And just like that, we crossed a line. A kiss, a choice, and nothing was the same after that. I thought I could walk away, that it would be just a mistake, a moment of weakness, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. I was in too deep now. The guilt consumed me, but so did the desire, and I couldn't seem to escape either. The more I tried to hide it, the more it gnawed at me. I wasn't just betraying Thomas, I was betraying myself. I was losing who I was, losing the person I had been.
Emelie, what is this, Mark? What's going on between you two?
I froze. There it was. The truth. The one thing I couldn't hide anymore. And as I looked at Thomas, his eyes wide with disbelief and hurt, I realized I had just lost everything. I tried to explain, but there was no justification, no excuse. And in that moment, I realized that the person I had betrayed most was myself. I lost Thomas, I lost Leo's respect, and I lost Mark too. He left, no longer the man I had thought I knew. The house is quieter now, and the silence, it's deafening. Life is full of choices, and some choices, they change everything. I made mine, and now I have to live with them. I can't undo what I've done, but I can try to rebuild. Or maybe I can try to find myself again.